Hello, my lovely yogis. How are you today? I hope that this video finds you wonderfully healthy and happy, and that you've had a chance to go outside and get some beautiful fresh air and sunshine. It's so gorgeous out there. Thank you for joining me. We're going to get started in a seated position, closing the eyes, sitting up nice and tall, taking a deep breath in, and sighing it all out. Another deep breath, all the way to the top. Holding it for 2, and sighing it out. One more time. This time at the top, puffing your heart up to the sky, holding it for 3, 2, 1, and sighing it all out, rolling the back away just a little bit, sitting back up to center, and coming to a neutral spine. Just starting to breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. And taking a moment to center yourself. Just breathing in a natural rhythm. Breathing in and breathing out. Calming the mind, quieting the spirit, grounding to the earth through the sits bones. Maybe sitting up just a tiny bit taller, pressing that heart forward just a little bit more, drawing those shoulders back, shoulder blades together. Feeling your muscles soften with each exhale. Feeling the expression on your face soften. Space between your eyebrows. Releasing your jaw. Maybe opening the jaw just a little bit and wiggling the chin side to side. Maybe making small circle motions with the chin. That lower jaw. Opening the mouth nice and wide. And release, settling back into a neutral position and just breathing. Each round of breath, just letting go a little bit more tension, a little bit more anxiety. Noticing how good it feels to breathe this way. And starting to focus inward. Focusing on your breath. Focusing on your heartbeat. Connecting with your space. Maybe rolling your gaze with your eyes closed up to that space between your eyebrows, that third eye. And some say focusing your gaze there, focusing inward like that. You can actually see that third eye. Maybe it's a pupil, maybe it's an iris, maybe it's a whole eye. Maybe just that sensation of inward focus. Breathing in and breathing out. Noticing that your heart rate is calming to a natural pace. Noticing the stressful feeling releasing from the body. The lungs feel bigger and more open, accepting more air. Breathing in more oxygen. fueling that bloodstream, fueling every cell in our body. A few more breaths this way. And now let's all together take a nice deep breath in and sigh it out. And then inhaling our hands to Anjali Mudra and setting an intention for our practice. Pressing the palms into each other, pressing the thumbs into the sternum and the heart into the thumbs, feeling that connection there. And choosing something positive that serves you today. We're sending out a message of love and support to someone that you know. Taking another inhale. And then exhale, releasing the hands and your intention up into the sky, reaching your chin and your heart up. And then pressing the air away. Bringing the fingertips down to the earth, chin to the heart. Releasing the shoulders. Leaving the fingers where they are. Inhale up. And exhale back to the heart. Coming back to center. Hands on the knees and gazing over that right shoulder. Back to center and to the left. And again to center. We're going to bring that right hand over to our left ear and drawing the right ear to the shoulder. Letting that right shoulder slide down the back of the spine. And then floating it over to the left. Same thing, ear to the shoulder. Let that shoulder release and relax down the spine. Letting gravity open up the right side of the neck. And just pausing here. Bringing it back over to the right, walking those left fingers out, stretching. Releasing the top of that shoulder and then flipping that palm up to the sky. And bringing it onto the shoulder. Encouraging a little more stretch. Back over to the left. Ear to shoulder and walking those right fingers away. Flipping that palm up. Bringing the fingers onto the right shoulder. And opening the right side of the neck. And releasing, hands out in front, bending the elbows, letting the fingertips find that bony ridge at the base of the skull. Sit up tall and drawing the elbows down to the lap. Inhale up, opening those elbows. Press the heart toward the horizon. And draw the elbows down toward the lap again. Maybe a little bit deeper this time, but being gentle with the neck. And again, releasing the hands to the lap, chin to the heart, over to the right shoulder, dropping the head back and starting neck rolls here. Maybe even closing the eyes, focusing inward a little deeper. Just moving gently, inhaling as you come back, and exhaling as your chin comes toward the heart. We always inhale when our heart is open and exhale as our heart closes over. A few more times around in this direction. Rolling that head softly. One more time. And pausing with your chin at the heart. Inhale up. Opening the eyes if you had them closed. Puffing that heart up. Drawing the shoulder blades together. Rounding the back away, chin to the heart. Bringing it back to a neutral spine. Dropping the chin to the heart over to the left shoulder and drop it back. Neck rolls in this direction. Remember, inhaling back and exhaling forward. Just feel the neck and the shoulders start to loosen, easing that tension, releasing any tightness there. Maybe pausing where it feels good. 2 more times around. And last one, pausing with your chin at your heart. Roll the back away. Bringing those arms nice and long. And inhale, pressing the heart forward, shoulder blades together. Chin and heart toward the sky. Roll it back. And inhale forward. Roll it back. And forward. And back again. Coming back to a neutral spine. Inhale up to center. Connect the palms. And twisting it over to the right. Pressing that heart forward. Sitting up tall, gazing over that left shoulder, that right shoulder. And inhale back to center. And over to the left. Bringing it back to center, palms face forward. We're going to slide those hands away, coming into a nice forward fold here. Lowering the head between the shoulders. Maybe rocking side to side. Taking our time, stretching out the muscles along each side of the spine. And dragging the hands up. Inhale up to center. And press the right palm, reaching that left arm over, maybe coming onto the right forearm, rolling the heart toward the sky. Arm is behind the ear. And float it over to the left, onto the palm or the forearm, reaching the right over. And rolling your heart up. Back over to the right. And reach. And to the left. Just feel the side body starting to loosen in that lower spine, top of your hips. And again, to the right. And to the left. And bringing it back to center. Inhale up. And palms face forward, another forward fold, sliding the fingers away, maybe separating the hands a little bit further and lowering down. Feeling that beautiful stretch between the shoulder blades. And sliding it back up. Hands on the knees, sit up tall, hinge forward, and trunk rolls to the right. Inhaling as you come back and exhaling as you lower your heart to your lap. Coming as low as you can and sitting back as far as you can. Making nice big circles with nice straight arms as you come back. The head can roll loosely on your neck. No tension in the shoulders. And I like to close my eyes in this as well. Just reflecting inward as you move and transition. One more time around in this direction, coming back up to center, changing the cross of the legs. Inhale, sit tall, hinge forward, and trunk rolls to the left. Just feel your hips starting to release and relax. Lower back, and your shoulders and your neck. Everything is nice and relaxed. A few more times around. Last one. And pausing up at center. Inhaling up. Connecting the palms, interweave the fingers, press the palms away. Wiggling the arms behind the ears, bending the elbows, hands behind the head. And we're going to draw the elbows over to the right, sitting up tall. And over to the left. Back to center, releasing them, bringing them behind the back. Weave the fingers together, press the knuckles toward the earth, and then lift the hands away from the lower back. So we're opening up the shoulders in the front, rolling the shoulder blades together, and releasing the hands behind the bum, fingers face the bum. Drop the head back gently, shoulder blades together, nice little back bend, and then maybe rolling up onto the knees if you like. And lowering it down, changing back to your favorite cross. Inhale up, weave those fingers together, press the palms away, wiggle the arms behind the ears. And pressing the air away, bringing the hands together behind the back, knuckles toward the earth, and then lifting the hands away from the lower back. And releasing, palms to the earth, fingers face the bum, dropping the head back. And then rolling up onto those knees, pressing those hips up and forward. And lowering it all down. Open up that right leg on 45, tuck that left foot into the thigh. Inhale up. And forward fold, sliding those hands away. Coming up onto the fingertips, walking it to the left, framing that left knee, lengthen that lower spine, and then fold it down. Shoulders are relaxed, neck is relaxed. Rolling up onto that left forearm, reaching that right arm up and over, and press the heart toward the sky. And up to center, inhale up, framing over that right leg, reaching forward toward the toes. Inhale, lengthen, and fold. Inhale, lengthen, and fold, releasing the head to the shin. And releasing those shoulders, nice and relaxed here. Right hand inside of that right foot, palm facing up, and grabbing onto your foot with your fingers, reaching the left arm up and over, turning the heart toward the sky. And releasing, dragging the hands up the leg, inhale up to center, pressing the left palm and the right sole. Reaching the hips forward and that arm behind you, trying to reach to that wall behind you. Really, really stretching and reaching and lowering it all down. Left leg out, right leg gets tucked. Inhale up and forward fold. And breathing here. Walk the hands to the left, the right, framing that right knee. Lengthen and fold it down. Rolling up onto the right forearm, left arm reaches, and heart toward the sky. Floating it back to center. Inhale, squaring over that left leg, reaching toward the feet. Lengthen the spine and fold. Inhale, lengthen and fold, releasing the head to the shin. And release the hands, bringing the left hand inside of the foot, palm up. Fingers reach for that foot, and right arm reaches, rolling the heart toward the sky. And squaring back over that leg, dragging the hands up. Inhale up to center, pressing the right palm in the left sole. Hips forward, reaching that arm back. And lowering it all down. Coming back into your comfortable cross for now, we're going to roll the shoulders. back and down. Back and down 2 more times. Really exaggerating that. And up, forward, and down. 2 more times. Bringing the hands to the heart, opening up those arms, bending the wrist back, pressing the heart toward the horizon, and bringing the fingers together, rounding the back away. Inhale, open. And exhale, rounding it back. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. And exhale, weave those fingers together, pressing the palms away. Really round that spine. Angel breaths up underneath that chin, elbows high. And exhale. Inhale up. Exhale 2 more times. Last one, pressing it away. Raising the palms up, wiggling the arms back, and pressing the air away, changing the cross of the legs. Bringing the hands to the heart, opening up those wings, bending those wrists back, heart toward the horizon, and bringing the fingertips together, rounding the back. Inhale, open, and exhale, round. Inhale and exhale 2 more times. Last one. And weave those fingers together in the front, pressing the palms toward me. Angel breaths, back of the hands under the chin, elbows high. And exhale, press. 3 more times. And press. And 1 more time, all the way up. And pressing it away, raising those arms up to the sky, wiggling the arms behind the ears. And pressing it all out. Good, changing back to your regular cross. Inhale up, palms connect. And we're twisting it back over to the right, sitting up super tall, pressing that heart forward. Drawing the shoulder blades together. Left hand stays on that right knee, and we're going to reach that right hand up and diagonally across the body. Really stretching that side body and then dropping it down to the left knee, crossing the arms. Sit up tall, lengthen the spine, and fold it forward. Release the head and the shoulders, and maybe rocking side to side. And we're going to roll it up 1 vertebrae at a time, bringing the back of the arms together. Maybe crossing again at the palms for eagle arms, and the thumbs are directly in front of your nose. Press those elbows down. Reach the fingers and elbows up and back. Bringing it back to center, pressing the elbows down. And we're going to make shoulder circles here, so keeping the torso nice and still, just moving those arms, opening up those shoulders. And changing direction with those circles. It doesn't matter which way you went. Good, releasing, hands up, palms connect, and twisting it over to the left. Sitting up tall, shoulder blades come together. Right hand stays on that left knee and reaching the left arm up and diagonally. And onto the right knee, crossing the arms, sitting up tall. Lengthening that spine and folding down, maybe rocking side to side. And rolling the spine up 1 vertebrae at a time. Back of the arms come together, maybe crossing again at the palms and pressing those elbows down. So you should feel a real big opening on the top of your your left shoulder at this point. Reaching the fingers back, elbows kiss the sky. And bringing it back to center again, pressing those elbows down and making those shoulder circles here. So the torso stays perfectly still, or still as possible. Just making those circles, opening up the top of that right shoulder, that left shoulder. And we're going to reverse those circles. And releasing, hands up, palms connect and pressing the air away. Doing some sun breaths here. Inhale up, palms connect. And exhale to the heart. Inhale. And to the heart. 2 more. Last one. All the way up, palms face forward, and let's fold it forward again, sliding those hands away. Coming up onto the fingertips, press the bum back and lower the head. Drag the hands up. We're going to change the cross of the legs again. So whichever leg is behind, bring it in front. Inhale, palms connect, and pressing the air away. And we're going to do sun breaths. Inhale, hands to the heart. And one more. Inhale up, palms face forward and forward fold. We're really working on opening that lower back and those hips, releasing any tension that is gathered there. That's where we hold all of our emotion. Releasing the neck and the shoulders. One more breath here, and let's drag the hands up. Good, bringing it into long legs. Coming into Paschimottanasana, forward fold. So walking the flesh away from our sits bones, give those legs a little bit of a shake. Inhale up, sitting up nice and tall, pressing that heart forward and reaching for those toes. Maybe walking one hip back and then the other. Lifting up, lift the belly, walk it down the thighs a little bit further so we're lengthening that lower spine. Inhale, lift, lengthen and fold. Inhale, lift, lengthen, and then dropping that head toward the shins. And wherever you are is fine. Everybody's different. Every day is different. Just breathing and releasing, letting go. Surrendering to this pose. 2 more breaths here. And dragging the hands up the legs, bending the knees, bringing the soles of the feet together. Clasp the hands. Press the heart through the shoulders and bring the shoulder blades together. Sitting up nice and tall and butterfly those knees. Now, if there's anyone new joining me today, I just have to be super flexible. I was born with very open hips, so there's no judgment on where you are. Your practice is your practice. You do you, and you do you very well every day. Coming to stillness, we're going to press the heart forward, draw the elbows back, shoulder blades together. We're going to round the back away. Notice we're releasing a lot of tension in the spine today, pressing the feet into the hands to really stretch the top of those shoulders. Pressing it forward again, elbows back, and the chin is level with the earth. And round the back away. Inhale forward, reaching a little bit further each time you come forward, feeling those hips opening. And round it away. Last time forward, really press that heart forward, elbows back. We're going to lift the heart, lengthen the spine, and fold down over the toes, or where you are is perfectly good, perfectly fine. Releasing the neck and the head. Just breathing into your hips, which means just bringing your attention there. Bringing your focus there. Letting those muscles go. And rolling it up. Bringing the hands by your hips, fingers face outward, and feet nice and wide, and just windshield wiper those knees. And we're pressing the knees down on both sides toward the earth, trying to reach them to the earth, releasing tension in the hips, releasing the lower back. And we're going to drop both knees over to the right, lift that right foot, and bring it on top of that left thigh. What that's going to do is encourage a little deeper stretch here in the left. This is plenty. If you'd like to come a little deeper, press into your hands and turn your torso toward the left and lift it up a little bit. And release right foot to the top of that left knee, left hand on the hip. And we're balancing on our right hand behind us. Inhaling, bringing that hip up, gazing behind for a nice spinal twist, and exhale, lowering down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more times. And exhale. Last time, this time holding that hip up, reaching the left arm up and over. Bringing the hands behind us and coming down onto those forearms for a nice spinal twist. Mermaid pose. You can even drop your head all the way to the earth, whatever works for you. Walking up onto the right forearm, and let's make circles with that left arm, gazing over our right shoulder. And reversing those circles. Bringing the hands back together, pressing the heart toward the earth. And walking it to the front. Windshield wiper over to the left, back to the right. And again, dropping both knees over to the left. Lifting that left leg, stacking it on top of the right. Doesn't have to be very much. Just feeling that additional stretch that gives on the right hand hip. You can press your palms if you want to go a little bit deeper and just turn your torso toward the right. You can play with how far you sit forward or back. Just feeling that sweet spot. And releasing that foot on top of the right knee. Right hand on the right hip. Left hand balancing us behind. And we're going to roll that right hip up. Inhale. Gaze behind and exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more times. Last one. Holding that right hip up. Reaching the right arm up and behind. Coming down onto the forearms. Or sliding all the way down. Squaring up the shoulders. And releasing the neck. Coming on to that left forearm, making circles with the right arm, gazing over that left shoulder. And reverse. Bringing the hands back together, pressing the heart down toward the earth. And walking it to the front, bringing the feet nice and wide, toes up toward the sky. And we're going to bring that flesh away from our sits bones and then roll our pelvic bowl forward. So we want to have our sits bones behind us, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale up, palms connect, palms face forward, and we're going to walk it out in front, whatever that means for you. Again, I happen to be super flexible. You just want to find your edge. Just work with your edge. Don't push beyond that. Listen to your body. I'm going to lift up, lengthen my spine, and fold down a little bit more. And if you're super bendy, you can reach for your toes, reach for your ankles, lower the head to the earth. And if your forehead touches the earth, you can roll your forehead back and forth, reconnecting with your intention. And bring the hands back under the shoulders, rolling it all up. We're going to bring the feet behind us and come into our tabletop, onto our hands and knees. Stacking the joints so the shoulders are directly over the wrists and knees are directly under the hips. Dropping that belly down, gazing up, tailbone toward the sky. Inhale, nice and deep, and exhale, rounding that back away. Squeezing the belly button toward the spine. Inhale up. And exhale. Round that back. A few more cat-cow stretches here. Warming up that spine. Rolling that back away. Working with your breath. Do one more in each direction. Coming back to a neutral spine, raising that right arm up to the sky, really extending and rolling that shoulder back. So the palm should be towards your face. And bring it back down to the earth, over to the left, reaching that left arm up. Roll the shoulder back. And lowering it down, right arm. Reach it up. Reach it overhead so we're stretching toward the left. Nice side body stretch and extension. Bringing it back down, over to the left. Reach it up. Roll the shoulder back and then extend that arm. And back underneath the shoulders. Knees nice and wide, letting the big toes touch and sinking the bum back toward the heels, pressing back into child's pose. And again, if your forehead comes to the earth, you can roll it back and forth on your mat. One more breath here. And coming back into tabletop, so bringing the knees back underneath the hips. Hands are about 2 inches forward from our table, and we're going to lower those hips down to the earth, bringing the shoulder blades together and bending those elbows into cobra. So gaze is forward, don't hyperextend the back of the neck. Lifting up and pressing back into child's pose. Inhale forward, lower the hips. Press them into the earth, drawing those elbows back. And you can have your elbows bent or coming into modified cobra with your elbows straight. And pressing back into child's pose. And it's all up to you. You choose what works for you. Coming forward again, lowering down, working that lower back. Coming into modified cobra or cobra. And this time we're going to come all the way down to the earth, baby cobra. So just your shoulders and your head and neck are off the earth. Pressing into the tops of the feet and maybe hover that cobra, bringing the hands up underneath the shoulders, drawing the shoulder blades together, really squeezing back there, working that strength. Now we're going to lower all the way down, crossing the arms underneath our head and coming onto one cheek or the other, doesn't matter which. Coming back to center, reaching the arms out in front. Swing the hands back to face your hips, reaching the shoulders, and back to center. Reach it out. Swing those hands back, facing the hips, lifting up that upper torso, reaching back, drawing the shoulder blades together as you reach your hands towards your feet. And coming back to the opposite cheek. I'm going to do that 2 more times. In the next round, we're going to lift our feet after we come into locust pose, reaching the hands out in front. Swim the arms back, really extend that torso and roll the shoulders back, lift the feet, and maybe bring the big toes together, squeezing the glutes, the lower back. Lower down, opposite cheek. And one last time, back to center. Swim the arms back, lifting the heart, shoulder blades roll together, reaching the hands toward the feet, lift the feet, and touching those toes, squeezing and reaching, and lowering it all down. Good job. It looks so simple, but it takes a lot of muscles, works a lot of systems to do that pose. Let's come it back to center. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, lifting the heart, Roll the shoulders back. Hover the hands underneath the shoulders, baby cobra. Press the palms coming up into cobra, so your elbows are bent. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders, coming into modified cobra if you like, stretching that lower back, and pressing up and back into child's pose. Come up onto those fingertips, press the bum back even further, lengthen those arms and fold it down. And just breathing here. Raise that right arm up to the sky. Bring it behind your back. And back to the front, left arm up to the sky. And reach behind your back. And bringing the hands out in front, coming back into your table. Reset your table. Curl the toes. And press up into your down dog, lifting the tailbone toward the sky and lowering the heels toward the earth. And just walk your dog gently. Really press those shoulders back toward your shins, lower the heels. Inhale onto the toes, lifting the tailbone toward the sky and shoulders back. Lower those heels. Inhale onto the toes, bend the knees, crouching dog, gaze between your hands. Lift it up and lower the heels. One more time onto the toes, crouch the dog, and you're either going to step it up or hop it up between your hands for forward fold. Here we're going to lift halfway onto our shins or our knees. Press the crown forward, tailbone back. Really lengthen that spine. And fold it down, bend the knees. And belly and thighs touch, grabbing opposite elbows for ragdoll. Just sway side to side. Shift your weight towards your toes for a deeper stretch in your hamstrings. And just breathing here. Inhale, half. Lifting up, lengthening that spine and folding it down again. Wrapping the arms around the back of your legs. Fingers face the heels. Dropping the head. And maybe slowly working on straightening the legs and folding yourself a little bit closer. Bend the knees, hands on top of the feet, and drag the hands up, rolling that spine up. One vertebrae at a time. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale up. Open that heart. Press the heart toward the sky. Pausing here and diving down. Fingertips to the shins. And fold. Reverse swan. Reach it up. And back. Hands to the heart. One more time. Inhale, lifting it up and back. Opening that heart. Pausing here. And dive it down. Fingertips, nice flat back, and fold. Let's step that right foot back for warrior one. Sink it low, squaring those hips and shoulders forward. And opening up to warrior two. Reverse that warrior, reaching that left arm up. Keep extending. And back into warrior two. Side angle, bringing that arm on top of your thigh. Sink it low and reaching that right arm up. Turn your heart toward the sky. Extend that arm up overhead, bringing the bicep by your ear. Bringing the left hand inside of your left ankle. Straighten that front leg and open up to triangle. So the right hand is above your head. And roll the heart up a little bit more. Windmill the hands down, frame that front foot. Roll the back heel up, step it up, forward fold. Inhale halfway. And fold, reverse swan, reach it up. And back. And hands to the heart. Other side, reach it up. Open the heart, keep opening, and dive it down. Fingertips. And fold, left foot back, warrior one. And opening to warrior two. Reversing that warrior. Keep extending. And into warrior two. Side angle, right arm on the thigh, reaching that arm up, roll the heart toward the sky. And then extend that left arm overhead, bicep by the ear. And bringing it back to warrior two. Right hand inside of that right ankle, straighten the leg for triangle, roll it up. Windmill the hands down, frame that right foot. Roll the back heel up, step it up, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And fold, again, half lift. Bring those feet a little bit wider and fold. One more time, half lift, lengthen. And fold, bend the knees, ragdoll. Maybe bringing your forearms outside of your shins, really getting a nice stretch in that lower spine, in your glutes, your hamstrings. One more time each side. Hands on top of the feet, roll it up. Reach it up and back. And hands to the heart. We're going to take it into tree pose. Balancing on your left foot. Hands to the heart or onto your hips. Let's bring that right knee up to the belly. Flex that foot. Press that foot out and pausing here. Bring it back in. Bend the left knee and come into warrior three, pressing that right heel back. Lengthening that left leg and reaching the hands out in front. Back up to your belly and your heart. Open the right knee and plant your tree. And once you feel steady, raising those branches, opening the shoulders, and just breathing here, focusing on that drishti, that one point that's not moving. Bringing your hands back up, palms touch, exhale down to your heart, knee back to your belly, and swing it out around the left leg, coming down, dropping the shoulders and the neck, no tension there. And rolling it up, hands to the heart. Back to center, shaking it out. Top of our space, other side. Inhale up, reach it back. And open up that heart, dive it down. Fingertips. And fold, reverse swan, reach it up and back. Exhale, hands to the heart, balancing on our right foot. And bringing that left knee up to the belly. Flex that foot. Press that heel away, pausing here. Bring the knee into our belly, bending that right knee, and coming back into warrior three, reaching those hands out. Hands back to the heart, knee back to the belly, and opening up that hip, planting your tree. Press that heart forward. When you're ready, opening those branches. Remembering there's no judgment, just meeting yoga where it's meeting you today. Meeting your practice wherever you are. Hands back to the heart. Knee back to the belly. Kick it out and sweep it behind the right leg, coming down into that bow. And stretching the outside, you feel that here in the outside of your right hip. And you can play with your hip placement just to find that sweet spot. Shoulders and neck are relaxed. And rolling it up, hands back to the heart, back to the top of your space. And just do some hula hoop. Releasing any tension in the lower back or the hips if if it builds up. And going opposite direction. I could do the hula hoop so well when I was a kid. Can't now, but this is the best hula hoop I can do. Just like air guitar, air hula hoop. And coming to the side of our mat, bringing our feet nice and wide. Toes in, heels out, hands on our hips. Deep breath. And sigh it out, letting those shoulders go. One more time. And sigh it out. Letting our hands find our back pockets, bending the knees, pressing the hips forward, and we're going to come into a little back bend here. Just walking the hands down the back of your legs or wherever you're comfortable, maybe a little bit further or maybe a little bit further. And then slowly walking the hands up the legs, tucking your chin at the top, gazing forward, letting any dizziness go. And then with our hands on our hips, we're going to hinge right at the hips, lengthen, lift that heart, and fold down with a nice flat back. Hands underneath the face. Inhale, fingertips flat back. And fold. Inhale, half. And fold, reaching for your ankles and folding yourself in half. And just breathing here. And then coming back to your fingertips, pressing the right palm under your face and rotate open to the left. Really press into the right palm to roll your heart up to the sky on the left. Extend that left arm up and then maybe wrapping it around your back and finding your front right pocket right here. And breathe in here. And release, extend that arm up, above the head toward me. Really reach and bringing it back down underneath your face. Left hand presses, rolling open to the right, opening that heart up. Press into the left and reach with the right. Roll that heart a little further and then wrap that arm around your back. Finding that front left pocket right here. And breathing. And then reaching it toward me, overhead, and replacing it back down underneath the face, coming onto the fingertips, flat back. And fold, making sure those toes are facing inward, heels out, hands onto the hips. Engage that belly, so lift the belly up, locking in that core and pressing into the feet. Nice flat back all the way up. Heel toe the feet back together. Wiggle it out, shake it out. And we're going to come into a seated position. However you'd like to get there. Top of our space. We're going to come into boat pose, hugging those shins in, bringing the heels by our bum, and wiggling the heart through the knees, rolling the shoulder blades together. Let's really draw them back. Reach the hands forward, plug the shoulders in, rock back onto your sits bones, and lift those toes up off the earth. And then you can stay right here if you like, or you can raise your shins level with the earth. Keep pressing that heart forward, or you can extend the legs all the way. Whatever your boat looks like. We're going to hold it for 3, 2, 1.5, 1, and slowly start to lower down. Very controlled, and let it all go once you reach the earth. Taking a nice deep breath in. And sigh it out. Another deep breath. And sigh. Tent those knees, coming into bridge pose. Counter stretch for our lower back. Press the palms by your hips. Roll the shoulder blades together. And then inhaling, lift those hips up. And pressing the knees toward each other. Lifting up a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more. And slowly lowering down, one vertebrae at a time. Nice and controlled. Roll that back up. Inhale, slowly. Maybe a little higher. And lowering it all down. 2 more times, but coming up onto our toes at the very end. Inhale, up. Roll it up a little higher, and then onto the toes. Press it up. Maybe a little higher. Remember, knees toward each other. And lowering down. Bring the soles and the heels down to the earth at the end. Last time, rolling it up. Press, press, press. You got this. Lifting, squeezing, and then onto the toes. Raising it up, maybe squeezing a little bit more. And slowly lowering it all down, dropping those heels, bringing those knees into the belly, one at a time, squeezing in the right, clearing your rib cage, rolling that ankle, and release, squeezing in the left leg. Clear that rib cage and make those ankle circles. And then both knees into the belly. Nice big hug, rocking side to side, massaging that lower back, releasing any tension there. Hands on top of the knees, and just make small knee circles here, or as large circles as you would like. Nice little massage for the top of the hips, base of the spine. And reverse those circles. Dropping that left foot to the earth, and we're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee. Take an inhale. And exhale, pressing that right thigh away, reclining pigeon. And then drawing the left thigh into the belly. Nice big hug. Both feet are flexed. Shoulders down. Raising that left foot to the sky. Reaching the hands behind the calf or the ankle. Drawing that left foot closer. Shoulders down. And then point those left toes. And flex. And point. And flex. Bending that knee. Bringing the left heel to the right knee. Hugging it all in. Reclining firelong. Outside of the right hip. And release. Right foot to the earth. Crossing that left foot over. Inhale and pressing that thigh away. Bringing that right thigh up to the belly, hugging it in. Bending the knee, both feet are flexed, shoulders down. And right foot up to the sky. Reaching behind the calf or the ankle, drawing that leg in closer. Drop the shoulders. And point the toes, the right toes, and flex. And point. And flex, bending the right knee, bringing the right heel to the outside of the left knee, and hug it in. And then we're going to bring it into full happy baby. Reaching for those arches, stacking the ankles over the knees. Maybe wiggling those shoulders down a little bit on each side, and then just rocking side to side. Feel that nice release in the lower back. Bring the soles of the feet together. Wrap the hands around the feet. Going to bring those arms nice and long. Draw the feet into the pelvis and press the knees away. You can bring that small of your back off the earth a little bit to press the feet into the hands a little bit more, stretching the sides of the neck, the top of the shoulders, the full length of your arms, as well as the outer part of your hips. Just breathing here. And bringing those knees back up a little bit, dropping the feet at the bottom of the spine, arms up overhead for reclining bound angle. And just breathing in and sighing it all out. One more deep breath. And sigh. Bringing the knees back together. Airplane the arms out, knees up to the belly. And dropping them gently over to that right elbow. Gaze is to the left. Maybe right hand on that left thigh and twisting a little bit deeper. Pressing the palms, knees back through center and over to the left, gaze to the right. And again, left hand on top of that right thigh, just twisting a little bit deeper. Breathing here. Pressing the palms back up to center, another big hug of self-acceptance and saying to yourself, good job, me, showing up on the mat today and taking care of yourself. And when you're ready, lowering your legs long on the mat, feet wide apart, letting the toes flop out to the side, wiggling into your space, closing the eyes, palms facing up by your hips, or to be grounded, palms face the earth, taking a nice deep breath. And sigh it out. One more time, deep breath in. And exhale it all out with a nice big sigh. And then just bring your breath to a natural rhythm in through the nose and out through the nose, closing your eyes. Breathing in and breathing out. And taking yourself into a beautiful 5 to 10 minute Savasana. Thank you for joining me on the mat today. The divine light that lives in me sees, honors, and bows to that same light in you. Namaste.